West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens of the University of Ghana is to introduce new techniques that could contribute towards the discovery of new malaria drugs. This was revealed by the Director of Research at the Office of Research, Innovation and Development, Professor George Obeng Adjei, at a workshop on genetic manipulation of malaria parasites.
Despite some successes chalked up in combating malaria, it continues to be a major health threat that kills an estimated 630,000 with about 3.4 million people at risk of the disease each year. Reports show that in 2013, 90% of deaths caused by malaria occurred in Africa, in spite of the decline of the disease by 47% globally. Most of the victims are women and children. Professor Adjei is therefore hopeful that participants from the sub-region will use the new technique toward the treatment of the disease.
The workshop is on experimental malaria genetics, and there have been a number of very useful, powerful tools to investigate the genome of the parasite that causes malaria, to give participants the hands-on knowledge and the experimental techniques to be able to investigate various aspects of the disease, parasite and the hosts, and the vector interaction using these techniques, which are really the most powerful for now.
Malaria is caused by the Plasmodium parasites that are transmitted to people through the bites of infected mosquitoes. As one of the 3 top killers of kids, malaria takes the life of a child every 60 seconds. Pregnant women are also at high risk of dying from complications of severe malaria. Similarly, when the parasite becomes resistant to drugs, the disease develops complications that can cause conditions such as coma, lifelong learning disabilities, and even death. It is against this backdrop that several scientists from the sub-region gathered in Accra to deliberate on how to combat the malaria with a newly developed technique. Speaking to GBC 24, the director of Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research, Professor Kwejo Kuram, said collaboration by scientists to discuss research works must be seen as paramount not only in making knowledge available, but also in the fight against several aspects of malaria.
There are several aspects of malaria that one has to do. So this is what I would term basic science research. So basic science. I mean, if you talk to the layman about what is happening here, they will ask you, so what? But it's from these things that you get drugs, you get vaccines, you get diagnostics, you get all the things that we use in the clinic and things. So for us at Noguchi, we interface between the lab, the bench, and the field, and the patients and everything. This is very good because we also need capacity to be able to do this sort of things, which are being planned, especially for this conference where we're going to take the parasite, change some genes and see how we modulate it and see how it works, functions, whether it's more virulent or it's less virulent, it cannot infect a cell and things. So you will learn something about being able to produce something which can then be used somewhere down the line as a vaccine or as a drug or as a diagnostic, as I was talking to you about.
In order to ensure health and well-being of all at every stage of life by 2030, the Sustainable Development Goal number 3 identifies major health benchmarks that include maternal and child health. However, experts are of the view that SDG 3 will be a mirage if the outcome of workshops such as this are not transformed into healthcare policies.